Hello everyone, today in this video I will tell you top 3 things I learned from 2025. But to really understand those lessons, you need to understand how 2025 each month went for me. And to be honest with you, 2025 it was not like life-changing, it was like a normal year for me. But of course it was full of new valuable lessons for me. And along the way I had good moments, I had depression moments, I had difficulties, I had very joyful moments with my friends, with my family. And 2025, I would say I became more grown up. And let's start with like understanding how each month went for me. So at the beginning of 2025, in January, I started for the first time hitting the fitness gym. Yeah, before that, I was doing calisthenics, I was jogging, I was a bit physically active. But before that, I had never gone to the fitness to do the specific like program, to do the specific training. And to be honest, when I first started, I really sucked at that. I was not familiar with the machines, I was not familiar with any programs. I had a very bad diet, and I still have some actually bad diet right now, but I'm still trying to recover. And it was a good moment for me, I would say, January. And in February, I actually bought my first iPhone. So I bought iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I was pretty excited when I first bought it. And I would say my friend actually forced me to do that. Not forced, he was the reason for me to buy this iPhone. And thanks to him, I could buy this really good product. And actually in March, I bought one thing called Onefit. It's like a subscription-based sports platform. So you actually pay like, how can I say, fixed amount of money each month, and you have a chance to, do swimming, you can go to skating, you can do horse riding, you can even go to, the golf, or you can play tennis. There are a lot of activities. And it's almost the same as just regular gym, the amount of money you pay. So I bought that subscription and I started, doing different activities. Especially in summer, I could go to the activities that I had never done before. For example, it was swimming. I was not really like into swimming before, but after participating because of OneFit, I got I learned some techniques. I learned how to breathe, underwater, and it was full of new activities, to be honest. And by April, it was the moment to focus more on my studies. By the way, I study at university called New Uzbekistan, and it was almost finishing, like 2025 in April. So I was a bit behind, like behind my curriculum, because at the time I was focusing more on my work, like SAT teaching, and that's why I kind of fell behind and I wanted to catch up. So I focused more on my studies so that I would not fail. And in May, I basically finished my first year at university. Yeah, I started at Marmara University in Turkey, but it was like a language year. I hadn't studied any major. And that was the first time for me in 2025, May, finishing the first major year. And at that time, I also applied for a driving license certificate. Unfortunately, by 2025, getting driving license in Uzbekistan had become a major task. So I paid a lot of money for that. I got the certificate by October this year, but I still haven't applied for the test. And in June, for the first time in my life, I started taking fitness to another level. I started training with a personal trainer, and I actually bought sport food like proteins, creatine, BSA, like we call BCCA, and lots of things. And I started like being consistent during summer because I didn't have anything, just training and work. I didn't have studies, I didn't have anything else. And in July, actually, I scaled my teaching. So that was the month that I made the most money during this year. I was making over like $2,000 a month at a time. because I was, focused like on different stuff. For example, I had individual lessons, I had offline lessons, I had online lessons, I was doing consulting. I mean, I had a lot of, income streams. That's why that was the month that I could make the most money during 2025. And in August, well, things started going a bit messy. So in August, I actually saw one, you know, uh, announcement from Headhunter, and because by August I was really tired and sick of like teaching, and I got some complaints like teaching like cannot make you a lot of money. Teachers don't make a lot of money. They are not really rich and stuff. And I was kind of sick of it. And I wanted to change my major. And at the time, my friend like he was making a lot of money from sales. Thus, I wanted to transition to sales. And I actually got one announcement, and there was like this sales job, and it was selling like high ticket sales. I mean, high tickets to America. And I said, well, why don't we take this chance, right? And I actually approached the HR of this department, and then he contacted me after a week, I guess. Then he called me. He was like, "Oh, is this you? And you applied for this job. Are you ready? Can you tell me more about yourself, education, work experience, and stuff?" And then he offered me something. He said, like, on average in our company, the salesmen make on average like $3,000 to $5,000 a month, which was way more beyond what I was making at the time. So 3,000 to 5,000 on average, and I was like, oh, what if I can be the best in sales and I can make maybe $10,000? And that was my goal at the time. And thus I started training in sales job in that company. When I started, it seemed like an exciting job, the dream job, I would say, because everybody was in a suit, and we got the official training, we had the CRM system. I mean, they were talking only about money, and I said, well, this is only about money. This is American company, so it makes sense. I mean, it's logical that I will make a lot of money. And the teammates were crazy. I mean, they had a lot of experience in different stuff. They had perfect English, and they had all like MacBooks. I mean, the team was amazing, and that was like a dream job for me. And that's why I got out of teaching. I decided to drop out from my official works, and I had a lot of controversy with my boss at the time. And to be honest, that was really hard to get out of my job. And some people say, entering the job, it is hard. But I would say getting out of it, it was much harder for me, because I actually, ran after this matter for like a month. I brought myself candidates like because so that I could actually get out of this job, and HR was not really concerned about it. He said like, oh, you should have warned me like 3 months in advance. And that was like really stressful moment for me. Because of that, I actually had conflict moments with my friends, with my family. I was depressed. I couldn't sleep because of that, and that was, to be honest, like a really difficult moment for me. But I was like saying, well, I should burn all the boats, I should go into the sales job, and everything would be fine. And it is worth all the sacrifice. I thought like this at the time, of course, by the way. And in September, I got the official job in sales, and then I started working in the sales floor, and I was talking to customers, and I was calling like, I don't know, 200 or 250 people a day. And then, to be honest, at the time, sales job, that was the hardest job that I had ever done, because I was like, working 8 to 10 hours a day, and that was like a night shift. By the way, I never recommend you to work in a night shift, because it drains the energy out of you. You would not have any social life. You would not have energy to do anything, because working in night shift, I mean, just try it. I mean, you will see like how hard it is. And people were telling me like, well, you shouldn't work in night shift, especially in logistics. And I didn't really understand what they meant. I thought, if you make a lot of money, well, that's worth it. But I would say no, it's not worth it. First, you would sacrifice your health. Second is social life. You would not have any time or any energy to do the things you want to do. That's why I never recommend night shift. Never get involved into that. Never make this mistake again. So in October, or more or less I would say by mid-September, my perfect team got out of this sales job. There were like 13, 14 people, and out of it like 2-3 people left. And those 2-3 people left because of me. I mean, I convinced them to stay with me. I was like really determined. I thought, I would make it because I was putting all the work. I was reading a lot of books. I was taking courses. I was watching YouTube videos. I was taking advice. I was learning the product. I mean, I was doing everything that is needed to become a successful salesman in that career. But unfortunately, even by October, I wasn't making any sales. 2 months, I hadn't made any sales. And I said, well, be patient. Things are gonna be okay. And I had midterms from my university. I had bad relationship with my parents, and I didn't have any money at the time. And things were, going really the opposite way for me. Then by November, I would say I made only one sale, and that was not profitable. I mean, I didn't make any profit on that. I made one sale in 3 months, but I didn't make any profit. So can you imagine, like I made zero money in the whole 3 months in the sales job. And I was not the only one. Like other people were also doing that. Yes, there were people who were making maybe 5 to 6K like easily, like from that job, but they were really experienced and they were the old agents, like 5 to 6 years old, 5 to 6 year like agents. And they, got a lot of clients, like returning clients. That's why they could easily make a lot of money out of that. But I was the newbie, and every newbie was living that career, like industry, and it didn't work out. So I talked to my project manager and I decided to get out of sales. And I took a break. For 1 month, I didn't do anything. I said, let's calm down. I mean, let's have time. Let's live. Let's go out. Let's enjoy the world. And November, I just, took a break and did nothing. In December, I started focusing on my final exams because, because of my sales job, the night shift job, I couldn't focus on my studies. Even, on the midterm, I fell asleep because of that. And I would say, I was even sleeping in the office back then. I wasn't coming home for days. I remember I even stayed there like for 2-3 days. I mean, I didn't go out anywhere, but I just focused on my CRM system. I was calling my clients and I was learning. I was all into that thing. I was really crazy about it. And December, by the way, to cover all the things, to catch up and to not fail from the courses, I actually focus on studies again. And in a week, I managed to learn the things I couldn't learn for the whole semester. And I passed successfully for 4 of my subjects, but unfortunately now I need to take a recit exam for my another another subject, because I didn't attend the midterm exam and the project that we did. I mean, the teacher was not really, fair on that. That's why I got very low score on that. And in December, by the way, a major thing happened. I started my consulting firm, consulting on admissions. So, by the way, my consulting admission is called Johnny Global Consulting. Johnny is my nickname. That's why I decided to, give this name to my consulting too and brand this name. And I'm still working on it, by the way. And another big thing that happened in December was like I participated what's called a New Year party for SAT and college admission mentors in Uzbekistan. And I could meet a lot of top SAT mentors, top SAT how can I say, experts, admission mentors, admission experts. I learned a lot of things. I got huge network out of it. And again, I got this energy that I needed to work on myself again. Because I learned that I really fell behind. My peers, they were killing the market, but I really fell behind. So now you understand how actually 2025 went for me. Now, here are the lessons that I learned. The first lesson that I learned is you shouldn't all the time go all in. Or in other words, we can say burning all the boats don't work unless you are 100% sure about it. The good example for this is, I didn't verify my sales job. Like I didn't affirm whether people were really making $3,000 to $5,000 on average in that job, and how that job was actually in real life. Because HR told me on average they were making 3,000 to 5,000, and they were taking hot leads. And to be honest, when I went there, they didn't even give us hot leads. I mean, we were calling the trash leads, to be honest, and that was unfair. So I didn't have any chance but to work on it again. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to really go into something, like if you want 100% go all in, leave other things, burn all the boats, you should be sure about it. You should be 100% sure about it. Okay, it can be your business, for example. If you're not really sure about your business, if it's not making you potential enough money, well, you shouldn't leave your job and go into the business. Because I heard this advice from other business people too. They made a lot of mistakes because of that. I mean, before business is making you money, you shouldn't go all into that thing. Well, there are cases where you should burn all the boats, but it doesn't work 100%. So the second lesson that I learned is don't leave the jobs fully if you spend a lot of time on it. I call it just automate it. Well, I spent more than a year on SAT teaching and college admissions, but I was really stupid to leave that and go in transition into something really new, which I had no idea how it would go. So instead of going fully into a sales job and leaving my SAT teaching, I could do something like this. I could actually, at least for a little amount of time, I could basically teach instead of fully living it. Or I could, automate it. I could make courses and then sell them instead of teaching. Or I could at least explain to my boss, let's put another person. I will not be available 100%, but let's do it online or something. Well, actually, you should automate before leaving that job fully. For example, if you spend a lot of time, more than a year, I would say, don't leave that job fully. Just automate it. And the last lesson that I learned is you should leave some space in your life. What I mean is you shouldn't fill your calendar with all the activities. You shouldn't fill your empty hours with some, busy activities, I would say. You shouldn't be busy all the time. You should have some space. Why, you might be asking? Well, because if you leave some space, you can think. You can have some time to try some new activities. You can meet new people. You can go out. You can think. You can have some time to relax. You can talk to people. You can have some better relationship with your parents or with your wife or girlfriend or whoever it is. I mean, you should leave some space. You should be conscious of your actions. At a time when I was working in sales job at the university and a bit of teaching at a time, I mean, I was not conscious of what I was doing. I was like a robot, I was all the time focused on work. I didn't know what I was doing. So to leave space actually gives you some time to to really know what you are doing. So you can then make some wise decisions on it. And to be honest, I think these lessons will be really useful in 2026, hopefully. And in 2026, of course, I have hopefully like a lot of goals, a lot of things that I want to do. So let me tell you how 2026, like what I want to do in 26 also. So in 2026, I would like to first of all run my own business, which is consulting. I would like to scale it. I would like to kind of automate it and maybe, expand this team and get some results. I would like to also expand my SAT and, I would like to work on this like new platform. I like to make my own courses. I already have them, but they're not really, I would say satisfied. I'm not really satisfied with them. Another thing is I want to make, passive income stream so that I can go and try new things, I would say. I would like to have, good academic portfolio as well. I would like to keep my GPA high at university. I would like to learn my major more, and I would like to get a new car, hopefully. And I would like to meet new people. Who knows? Maybe somebody that would be my future partner. I don't know. And I would like to travel new countries. I would like to at least go to 3 different new countries, maybe European, North American, or whichever it is. Who knows? And I would like to, learn new skills, a new language, and get more results in terms of my fitness. Because to be honest, the level I am right now with fitness, I'm not really satisfied, and I gotta, improve that. And I have some list of books that I want to read. And if you're really interested in that, I would like to make a video about it as well. So I hope it would be really useful as well. So here are the things that I learned. And if you kind of, how can I say, can relate to this thing, please apply these things. Don't repeat my mistakes. And if you have anything that you learned in 2025, please share them here. And I would love to make other videos about new useful things. So thank you very much for watching this video till the end.